Tonight, LA rests uncharacteristically silent. Seems something recently has calmed the city, or maybe made it uneasy, careful, more so than usual. We join Iris as she waits in her office until a gentle knocking at her window grabs her attention.
Iris waves her hand and the window opens.
And before you know it, in slips your hopefully loyal servant, your Banu Hakim contact. He eyes you, but does not say anything yet.
You're quiet. Surprising for you.
Surprising for me, yes, but the city has
But
been noisy as of late.
it's always noisy. Well, let's talk things first. Am I assuming that you'd consider that I must really hate you if I don't take you to the underworld, to the famed shadow of the first city, fight against unreasonably dangerous enemies?
He at first seems quite excited, but then there's a moment of hesitation that you pick up on, and he says, "To fight? Are we talking some kind of war effort?"
A siege?
Ah,
Well, more like quick in and out, small adventure.
and there is no chance of this being more covert.
Well, doubtful. But given your daredevil attitude, I thought I would offer.
Well,
Of
I've
course you're not.
never.
Yes?
Well, I have never known the Sword of Cain to be exactly quiet, but I suppose I had hopes.
Well, given the rather hmm, given the rather severe paranoia, centuries of magic, I doubt that any covert operation would remain covert. But either way, tell me of the domains outside of LA. What's the What are the vampires like there?
Depends which one you mean.
Well, probably Ancilla. Somebody powerful enough. I wish to build up my troops in advance.
At the risk
I
of...
don't mean to convince anyone. I'm asking if there's anyone worth capture.
I see. Not so much someone you might ally with as... more of
Yes,
a
as
juice
much
box.
as more or less. Besides, if they're from the Camarilla, I suppose it's two birds with one stone.
I suppose I could procure someone, but... playing politics is tricky business.
I didn't mean more like playing politics. I meant more like a stake to the heart and dropped
That
off.
is politics.
Is it?
Well,
I
when you do
consider it
it
usually
to...
ambush.
when you do it to a primogen, yes.
Mm. Already considering tasty. Oh, but obviously, such sourcing shouldn't be done in LA. Mm. After all, I don't want search troops.
I may consider it, but not for free. See,
Hmm.
I enjoy the risky work, but this
Mm-hmm.
one may trace back to me.
Mm.
I need something in exchange.
What is it?
Well, what can you offer?
Mm-hmm. Books, scrolls, mentoring. I don't know. What is of your interest?
See, I have recently made acquaintances with some Nosferatu from the north. I am in search of some information. Information that can be useful, valuable.
Well, I do have quite limited information on the Nosferatu, given that we didn't have quite the best relationships, but I'm certain if it's information about specific people, it's something that I can fish out of nothing.
Well, would you be willing to share something about one Sasha Vikos?
What is it that you wish to know about Sasha Vikas that's not public knowledge?
Well, I'd like to confirm or disprove a rumor.
And which one is that?
That Sasha Vikos is not Sasha Vikos.
Ah. Why would you have such a rumor? Sasha Vikas is Sasha Vikas. Although, given our mutual mastery of vicissitudes, how can I? Well,
Perhaps I should be more specific. Ashes were found not a month ago. identified as Sasha Vicus. Yet, to everyone's knowledge, they still operate.
Is Olivia in the room?
Olivia's always in the room.
Iris just reaches out for telepathy to Olivia. Well,
I know nothing of this.
well, given the fact that I'm still technically, I suppose I could very easily check.
Good. But take your time. I will have to find and procure your snack.
Oh, are you talking about the clergy lady?
No, what you just requested.
Ah. Yes, by the way, how did that, puzzle of a task work out for you? About luring the nun?
Failure after failure, I'm afraid.
Hmm.
She seems paranoid about something. Ask me, she probably knows someone's fangs are aimed for her neck.
Huh. Well, I suppose things will have to be done my way. Well, it was interesting to see the limits of your masking.
I can do what I can do. No more.
Yes. Either way, what about the Nosferatu?
They seem skittish, avoiding LA for some reason.
I see. And the Northern Nosferatu you met, I assume they're from Washington.
I am not at liberty to confirm that you are correct. He seems to have a pretty cheeky grin when he says that.
Very well. Either way, I'll let you know later about the payments.
I shall eagerly await, with a coffin buried somewhere.
By the way, have there been any Cainites moving in the underworld in East LA and Santa Monica?
You would have to be a bit more specific.
As in, my organizations belonging to the Sabbat have been. Somebody has been trying to buy those out. As in, buy over troops. I hardly doubt it's a mortal, and given the affected parties, I'm fairly certain it's a Cainite.
I have not necessarily paid attention to it, but I can have a look.
Focus more, perhaps, on the movements of of those people of note I've mentioned.
With my free time, I shall. Anything else?
Very well. No.
Very well then. Best get to work. He gives a slight wave and heads towards the window.
Once he leaves, Iris is going to, keeping telepathy open with Cecil. She's going to try and harass Vicus through the shared blood.
Okay, how?
One way that will absolutely piss them off.
Okay.
As in, I'm going to refer to Vicus with a set gender.
I see. Well, by all
Basically,
means.
Iris is going to like, you really think he perished? I mean, I doubt that. But
You don't feel any reaction?
Actually, I'm just going to take out a pendulum
Mm-hmm.
and big cards, big maps,
Mm-hmm.
and just look for Vicus.
Big map as in...
World. I literally just need a ping.
Okay. You can make a roll.
Mm-hmm. Beleza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to read the location, or do you just want to look for the ping?
No, I'm just looking for the ping.
It takes a bit, but eventually you do find... Well, it depends. When you say Vicus, what are you looking for specifically?
What do you mean?
Well, it could be the person who calls themselves Vicus. It could be Vicus's ashes. It could be...
Well, I'm looking for Sasha Vicus that I met. I've met them,
Okay.
So I have a specific resonance already, subconsciously.
Mm-hmm. You get... They are somewhere, and if you want to know the location, you can roll the second roll.
I rolled 1 as 2.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah, I forgot we agreed to so that would be like a bit more straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
You locate Vicus somewhere in Washington.
Mm-hmm. On the other hand, give me a second. I just want to.
No. If you don't mind, while you check that,
Yeah.
we join one of the other pack members. We join Jack as he sits in his haven, feeling that something is off tonight as he awakens. And despite his regular upkeep on such matters, Jack, you find you are thirstier than you'd expect to be. You can remove 5 blood points from your blood pool.
Dear God. That's hella fucking thirsty.
Oh, Malcolm.
For context, our dog's called Malka.
Yeah.
She's not actually arguing with the antediluvian.
Iris is on the level she could. She's like, no. Yeah, I better go and find me some mortals. Do I have any, like, bags in my haven?
Entirely up to you. You are the type to be paranoid enough to have that kind of stuff lying around.
Being hungry ain't really the best idea of the pass. Yeah. I'll grab like a couple to take the edge off.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell me how many. And I'll message the group like, everybody okay?
Well,
Iris sends a text back, yes. Malcolm, no.
sorry,
voice messages.
during the game, it's just the context is so funny.
Just responds with busy but okay.
Fucking wipe is weird. Oh. Iris messaged to Iris
Do
messaged
I,
that it's
do
me,
I
but I'll
wake
like
up
Yes,
with
you are.
less blood?
No. The rest of you wake up fine. It seems.
Okay, and I reply, I'm good.
Well, as far as you know.
yeah, I'll just message like be there in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little thingy to fix up. And yeah. I'll summon my ghoul. Per the bitchiest fucking text message ever.
So you text him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your text returns one of those like little red exclamation marks. It seems it didn't reach the phone.
Okay. Let's check where the motherfucker's at.
Clairvoyance?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna have you, roll anything. You see Leo walking down an alley, following someone, trying not to get noticed.
Is there any reflective surface around him?
You can roll a 1d10. Evens are on your side.
Police.
Just so happens that despite the summer heat, recently there was a little spell of rain. And as he walks over a puddle, you take a peek and it doesn't seem like he has a reflection.
Well, I can check his aura.
Absolutely, he is a Cainite.
Yeah, let's hunt ourselves a betraying little conniving fucking ghoul.
All right. Given the surroundings and the fact that you're quite familiar with the area, you know exactly where he is. He is somewhere in East LA. Not too far from Victoria's place, actually.
Well then. I don't know if it's gonna be like really a bad idea to just ask her to apprehend, a little runaway clan member.
Entirely up to you. What do you think would be Jack's approach to this?
Well, yeah, I'll call Victoria.
Mm-hmm. You hear one ring, then another, then a click. I don't have a lot of time. Is this important?
There is a runaway clan member in your domain. Just track him with some auspex, if you wouldn't mind apprehending.
Okay. Just give me a location. I'll send some.
Yeah, I'll give her
soldiers
location, like general view of the guy, like how he looks.
Yeah. She tells you that she'll handle it, and she'll text you once it's done.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
There's no response. The click just ends the call.
Yeah. I'll get dressed and on my way to presumably Asylum. I can grab some mortals in Asylum.
Sure.
If the boss lady's not having anything against it.
That is entirely up to the quote-unquote boss lady. Well, and as you make your way there, Iris, we join you once more to see you doing what as you wait for the rest of your pack.
So I'm actually going to go to the bathroom, fill the tub with a bit of salt and dirt and stuff. Essentially, I need to make the water slightly salty, right? And also to add like some, some soil and things like that. And I'm going to use Pool of Secrets.
Ooh, new powers. Here we go.
No, I had it for a while.
Yeah, but you haven't used it yet. That's what I mean.
That's what.
The spicy stuff is about to happen.
Alright, let's see.
Okay, so.
So this gives you scrying over someone, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to figure out through the description how much info this gets you, if it's just like visual.
Oh, it's visual. It's visual.
Okay, so you don't hear anything.
Let's see. Let me double check. Let me double check. But yeah, essentially, like I I prepare it. Prepare the pool. And begin casting the... begin casting the spell.
Okay. So I believe this does require an activation roll.
Yes, it does. Okay. P. Okay. Beleza. 1, 2. Zero successes.
You attempt to call upon your attuned water spirit, but it seems that
it's not with the attuned water spirit, by the way. It's just a ritual.
Oh, okay. So it's simply a colunic ritual. Yeah. So you seem to perform all the necessary steps, but something in the ritual, maybe the timing of the steps, maybe one of the steps was slightly wrong, but something didn't quite work out.
Iris sighs and while everybody goes, like
At
it's
this
still on the
point,
way.
you'd get like a call from downstairs saying that your visitors have arrived.
Iris sighs, looks to Olivia. We'll go to the actual water source once we're done here.
If you'd like, I can go have a look while you handle business here.
Sure. If you know the same ritual, yes.
I do.
Good.
I did
Then
look over your shoulder while you were researching.
really look over my shoulder or look through my eyes.
Potato. And Olivia vanishes out the window.
Goddess bless Olivia. She is wonderful.
Alright, well. Iris lets the guards know that they should, let she would have them let them already in advance know that they should, let them in.
It doesn't take very long until there's a knock at the office door, and as you open, not all of your pack mates show, but 3 of them do. And as they make their way inside, you notice that Jack sort of cleans a spot of blood from his lip.
Right. So, Gabriel, last time you left to chase up on the mage, how did that go?
Gabriel, given that this is not something we had the time to discuss, I will give you the information now. It's entirely up to you if you want to repeat it, or if you just want this explanation that I give you to be the information you relay. Obviously, you are free to redact whatever you want because you're the one delivering the info, so be sneaky if you want. Essentially...
Yes, it's like a little rebel.
Essentially, after trailing the lead you had from it, and the information you got from Persephone, you realize that this guy wasn't the only one. You actually managed to find a second one that was close by to Alzai. And with that second one, you manage to get a full bundle of info from his head before the device went pop after you swiftly ended the guy. And it seems like LA's recently been essentially there's been a lot of you can't quite grasp the idea of what it is. There's no real term that translates it, but essentially a lot of people like these mages have been awakening, and whoever's mentoring, or whoever was the mentor of these two that you guys killed, has been essentially fishing them up as they pop up. There's been a surge of new ones, and he's been collecting them and training them and putting these devices in them.
Do I have a picture, maybe? Was Persephone able to get like a picture of what this guy looks like?
We saw him.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone got it last time, but you can confirm, basically. It's the same guy you saw in the bus when you collected the device from Margot.
Okay. Perfect. All right, off I go to give this information or not to my pack. So I found a second mage. I was able to get more information before it died.
Okay.
There has been a surge in awakenings of mages here locally in the LA. And there's been one specific man that's been picking them up and training them and putting the devices inside them. I saw him once before, so I think we should hunt him down. Because he's helping Elzai.
The mage that was in the car was Margot?
Is that the guy?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I see. Well, what do you know about him?
I know he's acting as a mentor for these new mages and tracking him down, otherwise nothing else. I know what he looks like. Beyond that...
A name?
Persephone, and Iris turns on the speaker.
Mm-hmm.
That mage recognized. Did he recognize Gabriel, or did he recognize you?
I have about as much information as Gabriel does on this.
What about the mage? What are his special powers?
Oh, he's a mage. Can you imagine mages doing something? Then he probably can do it.
I have like spent time reading in the books, right? Would I have basically the understanding that mages have different approaches, like schools?
It would take quite a bit of studying. Like, given the amount of, and I do mean this in the most, the nicest, most, polite way possible. Given your incredibly thorough autistic methodology for studying these things, I'll allow you to make a roll to see if you have enough books in your skull to put that information
No,
together.
book smart supplies.
Obviously.
My God, the way I
obviously.
had to like hold in my laugh when you were like, "Your autistically methodical way," is like,
Well, it's true. Given the
It
fact
is.
that this very call has 3 autistic people in it, look, we all know it's true.
At least.
and
At
that's why
least.
it's funny.
Successes? 5 successes.
Yeah,
Woot.
you'd be able to tell that, like, there are schools of thought to it. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, like, what standards there are, but there seems to be some sort of, like, parallel to the way clans achieve magic as vampires. There seems to be sort of a parallel to what mages can do.
Yeah, because
Or
like
how they achieve what they achieve.
I think that Iris had more like experience with more like tradition mages, not technocracy mages.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the technocracy mages are something completely new to you, but you'd be able to understand from your interaction with tradition mages and your, book learnings, especially because that's the role you made. You'd be able to put together that there are, like, schools of thought to how they achieve what they achieve. It's hard to tell if anyone's capable of it. It's hard to tell if only these people are capable of it. But there are schools of thought that you can sort of pinpoint in each individual. You don't know to what extent.
Persephone, what I mean is, from the decades of research and experience, I know that you guys have schools of thoughts of how you do your magic. Not much unlike what the mortals claim about magic when with different occult traditions and whatnot. This guy, what's his special trick? This was the first time I've seen any mage with, how to say, such integration of technology.
I wouldn't know.
Well then,
How possible it is that, like, he just wears his heart on his sleeve, and his special trick is essentially technology?
Actually, Jack, given that I don't know how this would apply, can I ask you to roll your Mythoserious score as dice? Because I don't know how this would apply here.
He would basically see some weird stuff about the speaker.
Not that.
I guess too.
Okay. So Jack, when Persephone says, "I have no idea," it's almost like you hear like some radio interference, and then you realize, oh, this bitch is lying.
Would I know? I know she's lying probably because she's in my head, yeah?
Absolutely. In fact, I did PM
I'm just gonna sit and be quiet. I'm not the one lying. Can I have a willpower
Gabriel just
back for
goes.
Rebel?
And I'm like very insistent looking at the fucking JPL.
And yes, Gabriel, that absolutely
Do I
entitles it to some willpower.
Yay!
Do I notice that about Jack?
Oh, he
I mean,
ain't fucking quaint.
If
he
he's
ain't
not
fucking
being
sneaky about it.
If he's not being subtle.
He ain't.
Okay. So you are lying.
Well, not necessarily lying. It's just There are things you're better off not knowing. And take my word on that, because
Listen,
I explain too much and things start happening.
listen. It is not the first time that a mage or a mage's ally, and Iris looks at Gabriel, comes to me with some idea that I need to take care of some of their problems. And frankly, I am, I'm
Is not a
particularly-
pack meant to take care of everyone's problems as members of the pack? Yours
Yes,
included?
but your ally is currently hiding information about what that mage can do, what are we up against.
I'm
And-
not hiding anything that would help you, and I'm hiding stuff that, if you knew, might have repercussions I'm not entirely sure of.
Perhaps give them an example of the repercussions that could happen.
Well, even that might be too much, but I do like existing.
Well, I am not about to launch a potentially suicide mission against an enemy whose weaknesses we don't know, whose tools of trick we don't know, and
Well, that'll be a first. Gabriel's about to get bitch slapped.
What up, boy?
Iris doesn't look impressed.
You know that Robin and Batman meme? Yeah.
Either
Well,
way,
From personal experience, they kinda don't like doing some bullshit when people see it.
okay.
I don't know. I guess
People?
vampires. Well, I guess vampires are a bit different since Tremere are a thing. Like, fuckers lost their magic.
Again, we currently have somebody trying to hollow out mine and Victoria's mortal organizations. We are getting close to our.
And this
We're
mage
getting-
is working for Owl's Eye. That's why I think it's important for the group.
Is the mage working for Alzai? As far as I
Well, it
know.
is using the type of technology they were to put inside of other mages.
Well,
Was that not Owl's Eye technology?
at the very least, we know they. I mean, best case scenario for us, they have some sort of deal, some trade.
Deal.
Well, yeah, there's some exchange of services going on. We don't know if they're allies exactly, but they are.
As a
clearly
mage,
sharing.
tell me. As a mage, tell me. Well, as somebody who used to be a mage. Well, I guess still is. And I don't know the metaphysics for it. But as a mage, tell me, does it seem likely that that mage, or his type of mages, would actively work with someone who wishes to awaken ancient vampires who are like forces like nature, the progenitors of our kind, to essentially binge on the blood of their progeny, massacring both mortals, vampires, all supernaturals alike, and essentially potentially sending the world back into the Middle Ages, at best.
When you put it that way.
Well, that's what Alzai is. That's
I
who they work
suppose,
for.
but how much does he know? See, I know the score and I'm on this side. Look, I can't speak for everyone.
Might be the case that that mage is on a scale from 1 to 10 is fucked up, but how fucked up is fucked up. But
Exactly.
again, what can we use against the motherfucker?
Well, me, for example.
Mm-hmm.
As in,
As in...
does Gabriel at him?
Well, I wouldn't exactly put it that way, but...
Well,
Mages can mess with time, but so can I. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
If his specific idea of fun is not messing with time, but I don't know, fire fucking balls.
how about instead of going after the mage, since we seem to have quite a large awakening of mages happening, instead of that, we just take his students away.
So instead of chopping the legs, we go for the fingers. Could work.
I was going to say he would be more like the palm and the students of the fingers, but I would prefer to cut off the whole hand.
Well,
If we get rid of him, it prevents them from recruiting more.
well, here's the thing. When we go after, let's say, a Camarilla prince, we know who are his allies. We know what kind of... We can estimate how many... Who are his allies, what kind of powers they wield, what are his troops like. We can estimate what kind of powers they have, etc., based on their age, historical data. Right now, about that mage, we know nothing. Vampires burn under sun. Do we know what's the kryptonite for mages? No, we don't. Well, except the fact
Imagine
that
if it's something born like a fucking gun, just a fucking gun.
Yes, and Jack, you have plenty of aspects, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Do
we have a name of the mage? Or I'm gonna go on vibes and description.
Probably I would have gotten a name when we got all that info off of his devices.
Funnily enough, you did get basically almost nothing about what he's referred to as.
I was not able to get a name exactly.
Again, how do mages react to scrying? How do mages react?
Clairvoyance is kind of safe. So, worst case scenario, he knows I'm there.
Clairvoyance is safe when we use it against somebody like vampires. What about mages?
Well, I know somebody I can try it on.
What do you mean?
You remember, Jasper, you remember that mage of Bogdan's? You used to have computer shop?
Yes.
I can check on him. If he knows I'm there, then they know I can do that. If he doesn't, then he doesn't.
Iris walks to the window, opens the door, opens the window, And she whispers something very quietly under her breath.
Okay.
What does she
I'm gonna-
whisper?
Everyone with Auspex being like,
Exactly.
you can just say, I suppose.
What'd you say?
It's not like it would escape people.
So the message from the wind is, see, I told you that you would be less, I'd say, friendly once your friends picks you up. But what do you know of the mages that use technology, implants, whatever? Ever since you moved out, it seems we have a new type of mage who moved in. Allied with enemies of Varden and, honestly, most of humankind and everything alive on the planet. And, yeah, I'm just gonna send it off with the wind.
To who?
And last, you still know my number. It's to that mage whom I sort of malcuffed,
Okay.
who I told that gives this letter to your mage friends
Mm-hmm.
so that they fix your heads.
I'm gonna clairvoyance the guy Anton. Then I forgot his second surname. I've seen him.
Sorry, could you repeat?
I'm a clairvoyance that mage who had the computer shop. Anton Samson.
Yep.
Bad with surnames.
Yeah, that's fine. You see a
Pretty sure it's the
gravestone.
same guy. Pretty sure it's the same guy.
Nope. Well, he's not gonna be a convincing test result. What's the date on the tombstone?
Well, it just says month and year, so it would be about a month after you sent him off.
Yeah, he's not really gonna tell us shit.
Is it so?
Well, dead men don't talk really much.
I'm just going to see if there's a ping.
See, a ping there might be. I'll tell you, if you try to basically check if he's alive or dead.
Well,
yeah, that is plenty. If you try to check if he's alive or dead, basically try to find his location versus trying to find the location of, his sentience or some wraparound way like that, you'll find that the guy is fucking dead.
Might be so. Well, while I'm at it,
Just as a player, are we talking about the same mage?
yes, we are.
Yep. Fuck, damn it.
Okay, fine. While I still have the map in front of me, might as well as do it for that mage with the implants.
Which one? That doesn't really narrow
The one
it
I
down
saw
much.
in the car. The one I saw in the car.
Ah,
The teacher.
you don't find him. Which usually, from your experience, means he's not exactly in the Skinlands.
Here's the thing. If I don't find somebody, it can be also dead.
True.
A no is a no. But also, last time when I was,
But you can try and
searching
locate
for-
him, and you can try and locate his corpse. and you don't find either. With that amount of successes, I can just tell you. You double check, you triple check. He's in the Shadowlands. Whether he's alive or not, you don't know. Well, he might be in the Umbra, but point being, he's not in the Skinlands.
When, by the way, when somebody's in like in another realm, I get the distorted signal.
You get what?
A distorted signal. Like, it cannot lock on.
No, it depends. Yeah, basically it can't lock on, but you also don't like necessarily find it at all. It basically continues searching and searching and searching. What
previously
action?
That's how
what
it
happened,
was.
No, what happened previously? You might be confusing it. What happened previously is that you tried to find someone who had like safeguards put in place for you not to be able to find them. That's when you get like, you know, actual interference, and you can't really place the person anywhere.
It was actually about like key and Ruark and stuff like that. Well, either way, the mage is not in this realm, or potentially has some ways of masking themselves.
He could be in the LSI headquarters. They're not in this realm. This land.
Could be.
Could I?
It would make sense.
I mean,
Either
we're
way.
not going there with astral projection. Might as well.
You couldn't see within it. And last time, when I just grazed against it, we needed to able.
Yes. Clairvoyance.
Again, you haven't met that other mage, so you can't really use clairvoyance on them. But what I mean is that I cannot guarantee that it's not going to have the same negative effect.
Well, you're not doing it either, then, because we don't have the resident angel here.
Well, like I said, the only other way around is not happening right now. I'm not about to stake myself in the office.
We
Either
are
way,
free kind of sect.
Either way, my point still stands. We know nothing of their abilities, of that mage's ability. We know nothing what kind of allies. I mean, mages rarely run alone. Correct me if I'm wrong, Persephone.
Case by case scenario.
Every single mage I've met was part of at least some group.
Often easier that way, but it's not universal.
Johnny was kind of doing the stuff alone.
Yes, but Johnny was also Vicus's.
True.
Either way, until Gabriel, you find out more about the mage, or Persephone is willing to share at least about this type of mage. I hardly think that having all of us, do a wild step in the dark and hope that it doesn't explode in our face.
It's good that I'm not prone to emotional outbursts, otherwise I might be irritated. That way throw me at the thing to find out alone.
No, you're with Persephone. Are you not?
Gabriel, this does not sound out in the speaker that is in the room. You hear this in your head. Persephone says, besides, it's not like we can't call on help if we need it.
We'll be fine. Hey, it kind of gives a dry smile to Iris.
Again, if Persephone was more willing to actually give us strategical information to deal with the mage, it would be a whole other thing.
Do you
Then I guess
for
we have
it?
no
Okay.
choice but to move forward in this way.
Very well.
Do we have anything else beside the mage problem?
Well, we do have whoever's trying to mess with Victoria's and mine operations. That is potentially bothersome. And obviously, I can't deal with the mage. I'd rather deal with the fact that he doesn't get new
Recruits.
people. Mm-hmm.
Well, the best I can do is sense a general direction to something truly magical.
What do you mean?
I can sense living magic. Like, whatever you do, I pointed at Iris, another thing I can feel. Persephone, I could feel some of it.
I could most likely just find all the ones about to awaken. But again, that requires...
Isn't knowing the prophecy gonna give you a chance to fuck it up?
I'm not prophesizing. I wouldn't be prophesizing, so that's a whole... That works a bit differently.
However you do your stuff, I guess.
If you manage to find... Gabriel, if you manage to find a place where perhaps he tutored any, or even or even you manage to find some sort of office or meeting place. If you're capable of taking an item from there without notice, you could bring that, and I could study the place remotely.
Miguel, a question about rules.
Mhm.
Would I be able to feel living magic in astral projection?
I suppose that's
Yeah.
up for interpretation, but I would say yeah.
Okay. Then I need to leave for a moment. So what Jack's gonna do? He's gonna mentally grid out the Santa Monica and like adjacent territories, and just fucking hair combat the motherfucker.
I see. You're gonna serve as the Cainites scanner.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, Jack basically makes himself comfortable and eventually goes limp.
Very well. Anything else, Jasper?
Jasper for the most time has been holding onto an object of sorts,
Mm-hmm.
and he seemed to be from time to time meddling with the air. Has been not paying attention too much as he just looks at you and says, "No, not really. Been too busy."
Very well then. I'm going to then head out and try and figure out at least the smaller of our problems that we could deal with right now. If there's nothing else, Gabriel, do stay safe. I don't know how much Persephone tells you.
That is always the goal.
Good. Consider dealing with this mage no different than dealing with the powerful werewolf. It is an unknown.
I understand. And with that, he's going to stand and look at you like, is there anything else before he leaves?
Nope.
Alright. Well, as all of you go attend to your own...
Well, somebody has to stay with Jack.
Fair, but well, as you wait for Jack and eventually each of you goes about your own business, we'll take a break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. And
Yay,
we'll see you
15
guys.
minutes to cuddle my cat.
Alright, see you guys soon. Welcome back. We return as Jack and Jasper make their way to East LA. Driving closer and closer to the warehouse address Jack was given, you park your vehicle in the parking lot and begin making your way down the hallway. Eventually, you see the locked, one of those sliding doors that you see in storage units. And it seems to be locked with a padlock, but it's nothing that either of you could break.
Could or couldn't?
Couldn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we don't need to break now, do we?
We can. I'll listen if there's somebody else inside. Or if it's just like the way I store some of my clanmates.
Are you using Auspex?
Just hearing and enhancing the hearing with Auspex.
Okay. Make me a stamina roll, please.
Okay. Beleza.
Okay. So, you listen in, and you can hear pacing around. And then you sort of hear, passive talking. You can tell that this is like two guards that are keeping watch over the body. And then one of them just goes, "Wait, what the fuck?" And then you hear a very loud bang noise as the door to the storage unit caves outwards towards you. And you hear grunts of pain and very squishy noises. Afterwards, you hear terrified screams as the other guard is silenced.
Jasper, nothing personal. I just grab him by the shoulder and teleport inside.
Okay. So, first of all, Jasper, are you going along with it, or are you resisting, or attempting to resist?
No, Jasper won't resist if it's Jack.
Okay.
Do not resist the arrest.
So you move through the shadows, and as you manifest inside the storage unit, you see Leo looking pale. His fangs embedded on the neck of this either human or at least Gould, member of Victoria's gang. Both of them standing on a puddle of blood and torn flesh of the victim's partner as they were guarding this unit. Leo then rips his fangs out of the man's neck, allowing his drained, lifeless body to fall to the floor as he spots you.
Oh my, Jack.
I know, right? Leo, give us a second, and I'ma loop his mind with Temporis.
Okay.
I don't want the motherfucker running away. I want him scared shitless.
Okay.
It's
I'll have to roll something in a moment.
manipulation, occult, difficulty, his willpower.
Mm-hmm. After all is self-control. Okay.
Yeah. It's 10 dice, so I can freeze him up for good for like for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be enough. Like, I have enough dice for auto success even on willpower 10.
Yeah, he seems to look towards you, and his face is not one of fear, but as sort of simple acknowledgement that you finally found him. He's not necessarily afraid, but he's not angry either.
Mm.
And he sort of... he doesn't freeze in place, but he seems to stare at you as if he's lost in thought for a moment.
Well then. He was supposed to be staked. Well, I'll stake him and, like, Jasper, just if you mind, check out on those guys, because I don't wanna give troubles to Victoria.
And Jasper would close his nose so he cannot smell anything as he goes to
Human
look
blood.
if they quote unquote survived. Jasper looking at the one that has been drained completely dry, probably already dismissed as survived.
Yeah, and the other one, you find enough of him to assert that he is indeed dead.
They're both dead, Jack.
Well, ain't life a bitch. I'm more curious how the fuck he became unstaked.
Anyway, well, what will you do with him?
No? You seem eager.
Well, I just think it would be a shame if you just kill him after all he did.
Well, I'm not sure how much of use he's gonna be for a Vost, but it's an experiment.
I mean, I do need a test subject to experiment the limits of my new power.
Mm.
Both of you make a perception and awareness roll, please.
Please roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Forgot that we have
And don't you
technical
dare forget
difficulties on
Pelese for the boy.
transfers.
Don't you dare forget Pelese for the boy.
So that is that much. So this roll is for Jasper.
You forgot Pelese for you, Jasper.
I will never roll on your behalf without fucking you over. Anyway. So, maybe it's because Jack is more attuned to this type of stuff, but Jasper, you don't notice necessarily, and Jack, you notice just in time as from the corners of the storage unit, certain shapes begin to form. Shapes of, well, for lack of a better description, these spectral tentacles.
It's
And
a good thing that
and you hear
I
something.
can this.
Hmm?
It's a good thing I can counterspell the fucking obtenebration.
Yeah. Well, you can counterspell. Can you? Yeah, obtenebration is one of the things you can counterspell, I think.
Yeah.
And as those tentacles form, you hear footsteps from the other side of the door to the storage unit.
Let me quickly counterspell this shit. Because, no. My
No,
shadows.
No.
My fucking shadows.
Oh, damn.
God damn.
I,
Ain't life a bitch.
would you
do I
care
hear the
to
step?
describe what happens, Jack?
Yeah. To create the shadowy tentacles, you gotta spend blood and use your will to do that. No. I just, without spending blood, and knowing the mechanics of the working, just, apply the same amount of power against it, and just know.
Yeah, and with a simple few gestures of the hand and a waving motion, the shadows retract back into the corners of the storage unit. Jasper, you get one action.
Do I hear the footsteps behind
You do
us?
indeed.
I am just gonna turn my head to look at whoever this is.
Well, it is on the other side of that storage unit door.
But can I see its silhouette
Through
of the person?
Through the door?
Like, the best you can do is a bit of a shadow.
Yeah, can I tell who it is if it's friend or foe? Or no? Or it will take a round.
I'll say common sense would tell you that if these tentacles formed and Jack truly incapacitated his former ghoul, then odds are the presence on the other side is responsible for those tentacles.
And then yes, I would like to, as soon as I see the silhouette of this person, combust them.
Goddamn, okay. Let's see.
Straight to the fucking war crimes.
Let's see.
We ain't patient today, motherfucker.
I'm assuming Path of Fire, yeah?
Yes. Hey, I mean,
Which
look,
I believe is an
Dynamic
activation.
fucking duo.
I have high loyalty towards you, and this motherfucker just tried to attack both of us. I'm like,
True.
bitch, who the fuck do you
Yeah,
think
you
you
have
are?
enough. You have enough dice that I think I'll just elect to have like one success minimum, like default, which just results in that happening. Yeah, both of you hear sort of a rumbling noise from the other side, and then screeches of agony as lights begin to shine from under the storage unit door.
Does the voice sound familiar?
Well, it's screeches of agony. It's kind of hard to tell, but I'll allow you to make a roll to see if you can understand who it is. Oh, that be?
Wits, obviously.
Yeah.
And
But to recognize someone,
expression.
maybe expression or empathy, one of the two.
Now,
I'll let you
empathy is
choose
gonna
which
be a lot more dice.
Let's do expression. It's underused in our games.
Oh yeah, it is. Like, I'm just going from what I would give for the vibe of the roll. Peles. It's been a while since I rolled this little dice. And that's
Still.
bad.
It sounds familiar. Definitely is someone you know. With one success, you can tell that much.
Mm.
Do you tell Jasper to stop?
Yeah, sure. Main
Then
question:
Jasper
is it
would.
male voice or female voice?
Male.
Okay. Oh, I have a suspicion who that might be. I have a big fucking suspicion who that might be.
Care to share?
Oh well. Oh well.
We'll see if you're
Yeah,
right.
and if Jasper stops, like I'ma do that. I'ma write it in general chat. Like even roll 20 chat.
Sure.
And like
so the audience can see it too.
yeah, and like the moment we open the door, I'ma press the enter. So you didn't fuck with us so much.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I know
if
who
Jasper...
it is. I
Yeah,
hinted
obviously.
at it earlier, so we good.
And I have suspicions. Yeah.
I mean, Vesper will only stop if Jack tells him to stop.
Oh yeah. Like, let's at least see who tried attacking us.
Okay, and Jasper would pull back the flames.
I assume it's not gonna take much to just lift the fucking door. I have...
Oh, it's deformed, but you can absolutely, like, if not pulling it up because it jams, you can definitely like rip it down or rip it to the side. It's not
I'ma
thick
do either,
metal that.
and
someone
here's
would
my
put-
prediction.
Oh, wrong.
Good.
As you force the metal apart, on the other side, you see this singed figure who turns back towards you and attempts to jab at you with an attack. Now, because of the specifics of the situation, I'll allow you to roll wits and alertness to see if you can just react to it.
Yep.
And Jasper won't need to roll because the attack is not coming at him. Yeah, absolutely. How do you want to react to this jab coming your way?
Just, half a step back. Evasion.
Yep.
Blocking is reasonable if you're not going against vampire who can raise this much of a fucking claw and rip your ass apart.
The attack sort of whiffs in front of you, and you get a good look at the man. And it clicks, despite his singed silhouette. It kind of clicks who it is. He looks towards you, and he says, "Not after we finally made it." You recognize Marcus.
Wait.
Iris.
Oh, shit. You didn't. Now, stand the fuck down, or my associate's gonna continue.
As he says, Jasper, with his three tails, is just slithering around Leo's body and picking it up as he slowly makes his way towards Jack.
Oh my god,
Does
he's
that
doing
break-
Dr. Octopus.
Does that break Temporis?
If the stake in his heart doesn't.
Oh, right, you staked him. Never mind. Roll me... So, Jack, because you're making the statement, you can roll me, because you're not lying to this man, charisma and intimidation. And the difficulty is -2 because you have Jasper near you, who has a bunch of fucking advantages.
Oh,
when
it's
it comes
another
to...
-2 because I have a merit for intimidation. So difficulty, normal difficulty would be 2.
Yeah, so unless you botch, which is very unlikely.
No.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen the vampires shit themselves, bitch?
Yeah, immediately Marcus freezes, his eyes sort of darting around, and it takes only a moment for him to, like, measure the situation and consider his options. And he just curses under his breath, and you see him begin to melt into the floor.
Nah. That I also can counter spell, bitch. My roll
Wait,
20 is lagging like a motherfucker. No. Give me a second. My roll 20 is lagging beyond reason. Not so bad.
All right.
This time it's less science. It's just grabbing him by the collar and pulling him the fuck back.
Yeah, he attempts to meld into the floor, into the shadows under him, but you just carefully pull him back, at which point the careful fear in his eyes devolves into this almost primal panic. He almost by instinct grabs onto your wrist and tries wrenching himself free, realizing he can't.
Well, gotta stake him too.
I mean, do you have a stake?
There was one Leo was staked with.
Which I assume you used to stake him again.
Huh. Would it be reasonable to have a stake, just in case?
It's a story.
If I could
chain.
rebuy.
I'll allow that.
My character always does.
I'll allow you to say
there
that
might be some
there's,
shovel.
Yeah, chairs or some tools around, and you can snap one.
Bones are useful to stake people.
I think it has to be wood, doesn't it?
Yeah, it
I
has to
believe
be
for
wood.
vampires it gotta be wood, however horny that sounds.
Then fine.
Yeah. Yeah, stake him too.
You get a stake. You get a stake. Everybody gets a stake.
And because you rolled
Suddenly
so
Jack
well
turns
in
into
your,
fucking Oprah.
because you rolled so well in your previous detection rolls, as you stake him, you notice from the corner of your eye, down the hallway, a presence sees both of you and dips behind the wall, escaping.
I'll check if it's Leah. Because if it is, she'll help me the fucking gods.
You gonna check if it's Leah?
Yeah.
How?
Clairvoyance.
I see. I believe clairvoyance. Can you still like?
I can do. Yeah, I have -2 for perception while it's active.
Okay, go on.
Perception, empathy. Yeah. Felicia. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4.
Mm-hmm. You do indeed see Leo running away. However, something's off about her.
I'll steal all her memories. That might stop her from running.
All of them.
Well, for a while.
Okay.
The power is called Steal the Mind.
I'll have to make a roll because it depends what she would do. If she would just continue being panicked, so running away she just doesn't know what from.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll just a 1d10.
Yeah.
Let fate decide. Okay. She continues running away. And you stealing your memories, you are allowed to see them, correct?
Yeah.
You see that at some point, Leo found her and very not politely attacked her and turned her. And I say not politely to put it nicely.
Yeah. To try to make it still PG.
Broken bones were a thing.
Well, I doubt it was broken bones.
It's a little light torture between friends. I mean, what?
What's a little light torture between former very, very jealous ghouls of the same master?
Mm-hmm. I'll give her back her memories, connect to her telepathically, and tell her to stop running away and go to my domain. I cannot use dominate through the mind, but I can still be persuasive. Shit.
Given her mindset right now, do you try, like, what is your current mental state regarding the situation? Do you intend to try and talk her down? Do you intend to clean up? What are you trying
Talk
to do?
her down. Others,
So you're trying to be sort of like genuinely
with her,
caring.
I'm trying to be like polite-ish.
Okay.
Like, I'm trying to be the good person.
Then
He's
I'll
giving
say
her like
Good person. What the fuck?
I'll say
Hasn't happened in 70 years, but
I'll say charisma and
expression,
yeah,
empathy.
Fuck me for saying that we don't use it enough, but yeah, in this case it applies. Expression.
Yep, I might use willpower. Felicia? +1 from willpower.
Mm-hmm. She continues running. So unless you continue looking at what she's doing for a while, you won't see where she's going.
I can keep the telepathic connection with her.
Yeah.
But like,
it'll take her time to get to where she's going if she is going somewhere and not just running away. Is what I mean.
Yeah. I'll continue, like, trying to talk sense into her mind. While carrying these two motherfuckers.
So, are we going after her?
I'll find her.
Fine. I mean, I can take care of both of them. Well, you go after her if you wanted to, but if you think it's best for talking with her later, then fine.
You know what? That kind of makes sense. You're gonna be in the park?
I'll be going to my domain if you need them. I'll make some adjustments so they don't try anything.
If you need to go through the Shadowlands, you know where I am right now.
Mm-hmm. And Jesper.
No disrespect, you're not the least noticeable person.
Yes, I know. I'll make my way through the Shadowlands. I'll make sure to take good care of both of them.
Please do.
Jesper says, as he very maliciously is thinking of all the possible experiments he could do with them.
And both of them have the caption under them, shits pants and paralysis.
They're not gonna have mouse, but they gotta scream. Yeah, and I'll go after Leah.
Mm-hmm. So
I know this sound better.
As Jasper drags the two unfortunate, now victims, into the Shadowlands, Jack, it doesn't take you a lot of effort to eventually catch up to Leah, who seems to be headed towards the haven you pointed her to.
Like, probably at some crossroad, I'll just, like, stop at the red, put the window down. Might as well take the right.
She seems hesitant at first, and after looking a bit around and seeing that some people are sort of giving her the side eye, she just quickly hops into the back seat.
Yep. To the Haven we go.
Yeah. As you drive, she seems to be rather quiet.
Well, if you don't want to talk about it, you can think about it.
Well, according to Leo, you didn't really plan on embracing any of us.
Well, I was.
I guess he got to me first.
Well, that's manageable.
I just don't know why you did what you did.
More specific.
Leo kept talking about it, like there was some grand objective with everything you were doing. And then you
Oh.
show up and just end it.
Because some people need a moment to figure out what they did wrong in their life.
I suppose.
So I just gave that person a moment to figure it out. They're not going anywhere. And we have a little bit of apocalypse to prevent, so...
Why embrace him then?
Give me a second. Well, you know how Dominate works.
What do you mean?
If you're strong enough, you can possess somebody. If you're stronger even, you can possess anybody. So, a bad case of possession. Like, just so you realize, you're the only one of my ghouls who got, as I would say, some education in the past. Of, you know, philosophy of sorts.
I noticed more... Well, I noticed some differences, but... Who the hell would possess you, of all people?
Haven't you watched Star Wars? Always a bigger fish. Now, if you don't mind, I'll grab some nobody from the street because I'm technically adopting the girl into my bloodline, like properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just pick up somebody to embrace and get her a munchies.
Okay. Well, the process will take a few hours because
obviously.
you'll have to break the person down until they can't fight back against the Diablos. Otherwise, you risk running quite a few. Well, you risk a few consequences if things go wrong.
It's not we have eternity. Might as well take my time.
But after it's done, you're both at the Haven, and she seems to take to it quite naturally, all things considered. You do notice something weird. Something's off about this. She doesn't... It's not that she doesn't feel like kin. She does. Something's off about it.
Can I perception awareness it?
I'll allow it, but it won't give you a lot of info, even if you succeed quite well.
Careful.
Sure.
Or like I can do something with a cold because
Sure, that would work.
I do have abyss mysticism as a special.
I just do kindred lore if you have it.
Have it?
Yeah.
It Cainite though. So perception occult, int occult, what's occult, whatever occult.
Int occult, because it's tests you're running, so you know what to look out for. It's not like you have to detect anything per se.
Book knowledge analytical.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow both of them.
That's on int, so I can pick one.
Pick one. It's fine.
13 dice, let's fucking go. Finish it. God damn! What the fuck?
Oh my god.
It's not the fucking botch. Oh.
It's not.
It's not the botch.
It's not.
But what the fuck?
It's a success, but what the hell? You just negated those two tens so fucking swiftly.
Yes! Yes, just like, nah, don't need them.
Basically, after spending some time at the Haven, something occurs to you. Something that hints at what might be happening. Especially since, during these bits of research, you asked her to use some obtenebration and things look a bit off. Almost as if the shadows form differently for her. Almost like instead of tentacles, she almost forms shapes that are closer to ropes with hooks instead. It's sort of a not quite obtenebration, sort of an off-brand thing.
And I just say that that's fucking cool.
Yeah. And it's canon too. This can actually happen. And I will mention why. Because you actually figure it out. At some point, it occurs to you to do the simplest experiment you could actually devise. You take a mirror, and you check if she has a reflection, and indeed she does.
What the fuck is she?
Well, according to your conversation with her, she started with obtenebration.
Yeah.
She's not as strong as you.
Did she gain a few inches?
The fuck?
Hide.
No. She's faster than you, though. Like, way faster.
Well, I know the entirety of 2 extra bloodlines of La Sombra, and one of them is fucking scary.
It doesn't seem like she's a La Sombra at all, is what I'm trying to get at.
I'm officially lost.
I'll just translate it, because Jack would be able to put 2 and 2 together. She's a caitiff.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, the official term is pander. Well, I'll be damned. Consider yourself lucky, kiddo, because no clan can give you shit.
What do you mean?
Well, sometimes it just happens. Somebody's embraced into the clan, and it just doesn't really take. You get the benefits, you don't really get the negatives.
So you're telling me I'm not part of your clan?
It's a good thing, though. You are,
Leo's
in a way,
off-brand
my child.
bullshit robbed me of being in your clan.
You really want to be in the clan?
We have to fix it. Get
How?
me another one. I'll Diablerize another one. Just
There you're gonna be careful.
we have to fix it.
We'll try our best.
Don't let me be one of the
But just-
half-breeds.
Well, that's kind of racist. The thing is, you don't have to, they don't really have a claim over you. They don't expect bullshit from you. They just see you as lesser for you being different. Just be different and show them. You show up in the fucking mirror. Yet, you're as proficient with shadows as I was.
Well, apparently not. They
At some point.
show up as this fucked up shape.
So, what else? What else can you do?
I'll figure it out, I guess.
Look, there's enough racism to go around for all of us. Try to see it from the point of view that you don't have to deal with the clan's bullshit.
I'll just have to track down whoever did all of this.
I believe his...
What?
Well, Leo is off limits. He's getting his eternity.
No. Where is he?
No idea.
Jack, where is he?
He's somewhere in Jasper's domain. You're not invited. You're not part of Sabbat.
I have to roll something.
If you want to be part of Sabbat, do as you told. Learn how to figure this shit out.
She takes a deep breath and then starts stomping her way to the front door. Almost rips her jacket off the coat hanger and opens the front door to head out.
If you want to be part of this shit, the easiest way in is me. And we don't do bullshit without cold head.
She stops and says, "Sun's almost up. Make sure Jasper gets Leo back tomorrow. I have some questions for him."
The apartment is available.
I got my own place. And she closes the door behind her. As that is going on, Gabriel,
Yes.
you make your way through Santa Monica a few hours before all of this. What approach are you taking to this endeavor?
Well, first we'll pick up Margot.
Picking up Margot is not easy. You don't know where Margot is.
Yes, well, we can control certain elements, and so she can come to us.
Sure. Well, you send the signal out. And what spot do you pick?
Somewhere central and easy to get to.
Public?
Yeah. Basically, I'm gonna be like parked in a parking lot waiting for her to get in the car.
Okay. You park your car and you wait. And as you wait, eventually you see Margot essentially landing from a nearby, essentially from the floor above you in that parking lot. She lands on your floor.
Oh my god.
She's careful not to be watched, mind you.
Oh, okay. I was like, God
Don't
damn
worry.
it.
Don't worry. I got you. And as she walks towards you, she looks around, then looks to your car, and goes up to the window and knocks.
I will reach over and reach over and open the door for her to get in.
Mm-hmm. You open the door, and Margot looks to the seat, then looks to you.
Get in.
Where are we going?
Well, we can talk about that in the silence of the vehicle. He kind of stares at her pointedly, like she should understand. Silence of the blood, you know.
Margot's still learning. But I understand, I think. And as Margot takes a step to make her way into the car, she sits, and sort of like the breeze from outside gets cut almost immediately as the door closes behind her. And you look around to make sure neither of you were seen. And just as your eyes cross the rearview mirror, sitting there, legs crossed, arms crossed, and watching you with somewhat of a judgmental glare, is Iris. You little shit. What was that laugh?
That's not a character laugh, obviously, but I couldn't help it.
Tell me, Gabriel, what is the punishment for treason? For stealing someone else's property in Sabbat?
At best, it was be borrowing.
No. Oh, really? Well, I am currently...
The thought behind this is that the thing inside Margot can assist.
Silence! Dominate.
Okay, you have to roll against Gabriel's willpower unless Gabriel is okay not resisting.
I mean, if he doesn't
willpower.
shut his mouth, I'll just shut it.
It's entirely up to Gabriel if he wants to acquiesce to the command. Gabriel? Resist or not resist?
I mean, obviously resist.
I see. Iris, please roll. And I will double check Gabriel's willpower score.
But can I look away from the thing?
Not after the command is uttered, unfortunately.
Okay.
You should have said ahead of time that you're avoiding eye contact. That's usually how I take it. Same way as Iris didn't
I don't know.
mention enough to prevent
Always
Margot.
kind of assume I don't make eye contact on the account that I think autistically, and I hate eye contact in real life.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair, but you have to mention it in character. Because out of
Yeah.
character, the same way that you have to mention it, Iris, the reason why you managed to summon Margot here is because Iris didn't ahead of time mention that Margot had all the restrictions not to show up here. It's just Iris has some way of finding out where Margot goes eventually. But Margot made it here because she wasn't, like, restricted, basically. It's the same way. So, okay.
Is willpower 9
Willpower
or less?
8. So, yeah, that's
Okay, then
enough.
I have. Yes.
Yeah, so, Gabriel, you find yourself unwilling to speak. Not so much like forced to keep shut, but unwilling to speak.
I have half the mind to see what happens if I remove that stupid little device in your chest. Because clearly, you're far more allied with that little leftover mage in your chest. So much that you failed to share with the pack and your archbishop that Persephone did not fulfill what it was asked to do. And because Iris is quite pissed off, this is like a very severe, like this is a betrayal of trust, loyalty, like everything in the Sabbat. And she's just going to point her finger at the chest, and she's not gonna touch, but she's just going to like make the flesh move around to make a point. It would take so little to tear that out, including your heart. Now, what were you thinking of taking my child, my project, without asking permission? What were you thinking when you were hiding? You may speak now. Mind you, if you're planning to do something stupid, I will remind you that Olivia is always around.
Plan is to stay in the car with her as we drive around and try to sense for the mages that man educated so that I can focus on taking them myself later.
And you're not. I specifically said I'm not willing to risk a pack, yet. And either way, I didn't ask you what you were planning to do. I asked you, where did you find the audacity of stealing, one, lying, hiding the fact that your little parasite didn't do what they were asked to do.
Iris, you notice Margot, her eyes seem to dart between you and Gabriel. And at some point, she seems to look to Gabriel as if she's listening. There's a nod. And then,
Iris, I'm going to like.
Hold on.
Eden's touch is still there.
That's fine, but basically Margot blinks, and you see her sort of release this tension on her shoulders as she takes a gasp and says, "Oh, finally. I did not know that device was as severely implanted as it was."
It seems that an ally has not held up what they said to do. Now, Gabriel, Persephone, let me be very fucking clear. You will now provide me with information about that fucking school of mages working with Elzai. You will tell me what types of things to look in the aura. You will tell me their usual tools and tricks, their weaknesses. Otherwise, you lied. You lied, you hid the truth, you colluded with your little ride-along spirit.
Yeah, not to mention took my free will. I don't take kindly to that.
Iris actually just going to well, I mean, spirits is always up. Mind you, and Iris also mentions the spirits. Well, it seems this Persephone is also a liar. For it didn't give you the freedom. It only transferred ownership.
Really?
Why do you think you came here?
Margot looks to the radio, then looks to you, Iris, and sort of makes a motion.
I'm not looking in the mirror, by the way.
You don't need to.
That's fine.
You don't need to, but you can feel that there's it's as if there's a hand in your chest.
Yeah, you're doing the vicissitude thing.
I don't need to touch you. Now, Persephone, how much do you value your survival?
Gabriel, you hear in your mind a request to turn on the radio.
I will just lean forward and flip it on.
There's a bit of static, and then Persephone's voice rings out. To be fair, this was how I could break control. The transfer was more of a byproduct, not really a choice.
And yet you failed to inform me of that. And yet, when opportunity came, you decided to be a typical opportunist.
Well, to be fair, not to stretch me.
Iris's grip goes a bit,
Okay. I was just looking out for Gabriel's safety. It's always better to have some backup, and Margot seemed capable enough.
Oh, really? And who are you to say what's okay? Either way, Gabriel should know far better our laws. The Code of Milan, and how even I can be generous. I can assume that perhaps until now, Gabriel didn't know that you had this backdoor. You know. But somehow, I doubt that. But even if that were true, Gabriel should have informed me of the fact that you left yourself a little backdoor.
Well, I know you're a professional businesswoman when it comes to these things, so if I may, propose something.
Let me be clear. Right now, you're the one who's trying to find a way out.
Well, yes, I'm not really going to deny that.
Go on.
Well, you see what I can do with Margot. That's not unique to her implants. The reason I'm fairly certain we're okay taking care of Owl's Eye is because I can do this with a lot of devices from their brand. The reason why I think it is a smart decision to have some backup when we take on, the people who make these
So you
devices.
take my fledgling?
Not entirely
One
against...
of my blood, you bring her close to Owl's Eye, where there's mages like you, technology that borders on the limit of impossibility. You take someone of my blood,
as
of my
reconnaissance,
lineage,
not as a weapon.
See,
there's these devices.
See, you have been caught lying so many times. You've lied earlier about not knowing what that mage is and what they can do. You've lied about this.
Well, that is different. The reason I can't share that information is because the repercussions are worse than the advantages you'd get. As in, you enjoy having Margot existing. If I told you, neither myself or Margot might exist for very long. And that's not exclusive to the two of us. A lot of things would start vanishing. Things would start breaking. And I don't just mean machines. Things. I can't share too much more, but look, you have...
Mages are always so arrogant. Earlier when we had a death in our hands, the mages said that nobody of our kind could have brought that much abyss into the world. It was impossible. And yet it was exactly that. It was one of our kind. See, I'm not even asking you to, share breaking things. I'm not sharing those with you either. None of you. But things like auras, weaknesses. I mean, all of you lot are quite fine using your powers in front of us.
Well, Look, what I can share and this is something I'm okay offering regardless of circumstance. I can help you plan for it, but I can't give you details per se, because details would involve hinting at how we do these things.
Tell her what you can, Persephone.
You know, I'm kind of now very tempted to just look it up.
Well, you do that at your own discretion. The danger doesn't necessarily come from us, so...
From who then?
Well, more like from what?
When?
And where is that what? For antediluvians. For infernalist vampires who wish to rip a hole in fabric and reality.
See, that's a
that's
mystery to us. But it's one of the reasons why Margot there might be something very interesting for others like me who might not be willing to keep her from getting captured per se. And trust me, near me, she has less odds of that happening because I know how they operate. I'm not saying what I did was entirely right, but I am saying that trust a guy who understands how this works.
Now, I will start telling you what you're going to have to give up. First of all, your aura. I've had a few run-ins. What are the hallmark signs? The Fae are very rainbowy and so on. Ghouls are colorful but pale. Vampires almost very, very pale. Diablerie carries dark stains. What about the mages?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily know how you lot see us, but I can tell you you'll be able to tell us apart very, very easily. Maybe next time we spot one of them,
Well, how
you
do
look
you
at their
how
aura.
do you see
I
vampires?
can't tell you because I don't have aura perception. It's something I've not learned.
You see, aura perception is, just the inner sight. So, I'm fairly certain you guys can tell us by the very same markers we look at.
Well, I can tell you this. If Gabriel is okay with this specific procedure, you can open Gabriel's chest and just look at me. Or at least what's left. It should be enough for you to see what it looks like.
I don't need to open the chest to look at you.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, was Genius Loki? If I remember correctly, right?
The spirit of the ribcage.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to
Gabriel in the background being like, shit.
Gabriel's like, this is so tedious. Can we get this over with right now? Can you just kill me if that's what you're gonna do? Otherwise, I have work to do. That's what's going through his head. Thankful, lack of emotions. He's not freaking out.
Be happy that I'm not using telepathy. Mm-hmm.
They know.
It's beautiful. I love this game.
Now his clan flaws keeping him calm and emotionless.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough to see the aura. Fully.
So yeah, you see the quality of the mage aura, this sort of sparkling shape that is very vivid, almost. It almost like it's not consistent like other auras you've seen. it feels malleable in a way.
Yeah, I mean, that's enough for me to basically
Get
cast
an
a
idea.
Yeah.
mage detection.
And the radio rings out again. Well, hopefully that gives you an idea. I'm not entirely
is
here,
more
but
than
hey,
enough.
it should be enough.
Yes, that fits with what I've seen on other mages.
Can you tell I'm
Freeze him
not
out?
entirely working against you?
Yet again, maybe you are not, but
My goal is to
Gabriel.
make sure Alzai does not present complications to our cause, and you can search my mind to know that that is true, because he is telling the truth.
And yet, you seem to confuse. One thing is to take initiative in combat. A whole other thing is to do no less than hide the fact that you and your buddy possessed a key to my house and then proceeded to take my belongings because you needed those.
Well, it's more like we had a remote to the TV and just put on the right channel. But regardless, I understand the point you're trying to make. It wasn't right. You have my apologies. But I didn't intend to put any of your property in danger. Iris, you can roll perception empathy, please.
He better be telling the truth, because I didn't intend for that girl to come into harm's way or enter combat. I just intended for her to help us find other mages.
Fucking gremlin laugh. It just kills me.
And again, mage.
Is that the roll, Iris?
No, that's not the roll. I still have aura perception active, so.
Yes, but I need you to roll perception empathy, not for Persephone.
For whom?
For Margot.
Meanwhile, during this whole scene, I've been stringing a new necklace.
Okay, so
helping me focus on the RP better.
So, Iris. Throughout this conversation, every time anyone in the vehicle refers to Margot or talks about Margot as if she's like a piece of property rather than, someone who can make choices and was essentially taken advantage of, Margot seems to... It's like the frustration is mounting up and up and up. And she's holding back because she knows there are repercussions to speaking up, of course. That's most likely why she is keeping quiet. But it's not like she's enjoying the direction the three of you have taken when identifying her as just Iris property.
Yeah. Margot has a highly intelligent mind, so I thought that she would be able to be useful. I apologize, and I will not allow this error to be repeated.
Oh, and has Margot become true Sabbat yet?
Not yet, but doesn't mean she likes it.
No, I asked Gabriel.
Means, proceed.
I asked Gabriel, and is Margot true Sabbat yet? Has Margot even been become part of a pack like a false Sabbat, where you could technically justify the fact that you order her around and push her into things she has no control over, because that's the lack of rights shovelheads have. Margot's
You get a
leaving.
shrug.
Well, you know damn well that the war has no Voldery, so... You, Gabriel, specifically violated at least 3 points of Code of Milan. I can't hold the mage accountable. The mage is not through Sabbat. But you are.
You get a silence, and like he's just waiting for you to continue.
Now, Persephone, what about... Jack mentioned that your lot does not like magic around people, though I've seen you disappear and use plenty of impossible things around us. You know, us vampires are flammable, burning in the sun, obligatory herbivores. So, what's the deal with that? If you want those mages to be taken care of, you're gonna have to give information. After all, you are very much sharing a body with somebody on their kill list. Miguel?
Sorry,
Hello?
I'm also handling something in the private channels. Repeat the last statement, please.
Basically, I've asked Persephone about the whole Jack mentioning that mages don't like to do magic around people, but Iris has seen them do plenty of impossible things around vampires, so what's up with that?
Well,
And she basically reminded Persephone that they are sharing a body with a vampire on a kill list.
Who's flammable?
Well, put simply, around vampires we have a bit more leeway, but it's always better to prepare things ahead of time, which is why I know that if we were to come across the worst of the worst scenarios in this little scouting trip, and this specific powerful mage showed up, they wouldn't be able to do anything to us that wasn't, well, more than survivable on our end. At least not while we're taking the routes we plan to take.
And can the car still explode? Can they make the car explode?
Yeah, depends, but not while I'm here. The long answer is, I have plans in place so that doesn't happen. Short answer is, I'm here, therefore no, they can't.
So mortals, is it?
Sort of. You lot still cause some problems, but it's less so.
No, I meant it's immortals that hinder you.
We can say that, yeah. It's the simplest answer, and it doesn't cause too many issues for you to know that. So yes, mortals are usually a problem for us. Think the Silence of Blood you lot like so much. We have a version of that, but ours
I
calls
mean, ours is by
Cthulhu.
choice. Ours is by choice.
Ours isn't.
Sounds like theirs is by force.
All right then. By the way, do mages about to awaken also show those sparkles, glow?
That I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I believe the logical conclusion is yes, but requires further observation to
Now, about that specific brand of mages who work with Alzar, I will honestly say it's the first time I've seen mages with that attached to the hip technology. Is that their magic stick, so to say?
I believe they
focus.
took this. I believe they took this idea from the mage that is in my chest.
Well, it's
Iris
a long
raises an
story,
eyebrow.
but you know how you lot have Sabbat, Camarilla,
Mm-hmm.
those guys up north, the
Yeah.
anarchists. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have something similar, sort of.
Mm.
It's a
So
long
also a
story.
war.
Let's not get too
Yes.
into it. Just know
No.
that they have a way of doing things that is very this. Expect
Mhm.
most of the things they throw at us to be mechanical in some way.
So, essentially, every single focus they'll be using will have it, and Iris does quotes, techie explanation, so to say. Techie form. Like a mini console in a hand or something. A bracelet.
Sort of. Well, you've
I mean,
seen the stuff they've
I've
managed
seen
to
the
put
staff
out.
waving one. Yeah, and I've seen the staff waving ones of you as well.
Yeah. It's not entirely. Well, it's perfectly functional, yeah, but the way it functions is complex.
Either way, I'm not here to dissect and rewrite or like
Good.
deconstruct it.
So long as you keep that mindset specifically, I think we can share a lot. But you have to keep that lack of curiosity. Otherwise, things might go wrong.
No.
Pick
Let
up
me
on
be
what I'm
clear.
saying, please. You can hear Persephone is very, very nervous as the information is being exchanged.
Yeah, let me be clear. I'm not curious about it because it serves no purpose in our current goals. And if we live and survive, at most, it's the metaphysics that's interesting. I am a vampire, and thus comes a certain cursed existence that is eternal. We know the tale of Premier lost their magic when they became vampires. So, what I'm just simply saying is that currently my curiosity is being held at bay because the apocalypse needs to be stopped. Now, but to deal with those guys, honestly, what I need to know is so mortals are good. Mortal presence is excellent, weakens you or something. And you sparkle. And they're going to be using specifically, going to be using some tech stuff. Which means now I can take my child and head back to the Haven. Because now I have...
Shouldn't we go scouting first, though?
I don't need to go anywhere to scout.
Margot would really... Well, not Margot, but the implants Margot has would actually be very, very useful here. If you're willing to allow us to use them. Please.
No. I will cast a wide area detection for the mages. It will show what there is. I mean, I assume they don't hang out all the time in the underworld, do they?
Well,
Or
I'd find that either very difficult or very limiting for them. But, well...
What I'm saying
Are you
is
familiar
they're mortal.
with the way jammers work on phones?
Yes,
Or internet, for example?
of course.
Okay. Think of an equivalent for you.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot promise you they are not using that. Having Margot nearby allows me to bypass it because of, well, one of the things she has in there. Specifically the thing around her spine.
And?
Well, if she's nearby, I can use that to bypass that jamming.
See, we're going to first do it my way.
Okay.
And I'm going to first take a time to consider what Gabriel's penance shall be. Because Gabriel's crime is far more serious than yours. You're not part of the true Sabbat. Gabriel did. Gabriel came to us, and Gabriel begged us to trust him. To have a chance at survival, to have a chance against from what he escaped. I was quite explicit in when I said that he'd have to show loyalty. He'd have to show that he could be trusted consistently.
Well, now, I understand you're angry. However, I should... obviously, I respect the decision. It's your decision. However, I would like to make it absolutely clear. I cannot be transferred to anyone else, and if Gabriel goes, I go. Which means we lose the advantage.
So maybe, yeah, we lose the advantage, and I'd have to probably just start a volcano under Zook headquarters.
Which, I mean, do I need to say that doesn't work?
Why wouldn't that work?
Well, because you're destroying the surface.
Yeah, I know they'd still have their little emergency panic room. Either way.
Let me put it this way. I shouldn't insinuate that. If they manage to set off a bomb in the asylum while you're on vacation, does that bring down the entirety of the Sabbat? It's essentially what you'd be doing. Unless I'm there. Because you can't reach what actually matters to them.
again, we're going to talk about this tomorrow night. And since you seem to be in a much more
Please
adult
keep Gabriel
and
alive. That's the only thing I ask. I
and
don't
since
want
you
to
seem to-
die.
I understand that. Nobody wants
Gabriel's not really. He's just letting Persephone and her talk, honestly.
Well,
Persephone here qualifying for the bullshitting
then-
Olympics.
well,
In
then
fact,
maybe.
he's like, should I drive you home?
Who says that? Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel's offering to drive while you guys talk. That's it.
Iris puts her hands up. No. We will walk ourselves. Either way, Mage, since you wish to really live, maybe next time consider that the only reason I don't yet know about every single light hold is simply because I didn't care to look.
I don't think Iris would know that term, but okay.
What?
Lighthold.
What? No, I said the only things that Iris doesn't know about what people lied or,
Okay.
didn't say
Lighthold.
about.
Got it.
Like, is only because she hadn't bothered looking yet. And that's it.
Yep.
Now, I will expect you tomorrow night. I will send you when, and we'll continue then. Margot, let's go.
Margot looks to you for a moment. Seems to swallow her pride. And then just opens the door, exits, and slams the door shut. Gabriel, you hear something sort of like, as the door slams shut, something breaks in the lock.
Iris calmly walks out. She doesn't slam the door.
And the radio turns off, and Gabriel, you hear in your mind, well, shit.
Oh, they should be happy as they, like, Olivia didn't show up. Oh, wait, Olivia just stands in front of the car.
No. I think they got the message.
Anyway, can we now transition
yes.
to Margot with me?
Well, before that, Gabriel, anything you want to speak about with Persephone?
Well, that was dramatic.
Yeah, and well, I hope we don't die very soon. Should I cancel all the other back doors?
It's probably safer that way. For us.
Tell you what, I'll cancel them. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. As far as
Cancel them.
Yeah, sure, do that.
Yeah, I'm like, cancel them for our safety.
Of course. Anyway,
I find it very
Lily,
hilarious.
not your scene.
I know. It just
Now.
like everybody keeps on forgetting of the fucking sight I have everywhere.
Well, yes,
I'm like,
but it's not.
Can't.
It's not the ones
But this
related
is in
to
our
you.
head.
It's not the ones related to you anyway, so it's fine.
Cancel them because she will be going into our head. And she will find out whatever you're up to, Persephone.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean that. She will know that I have ordered you and mean it.
got it, boss.
I totally get the feeling that Persephone is not gonna do that.
Persephone will not confirm or deny that feeling. Plausible deniability is the strongest weapon of a mage. Anyway. As you drive away from this parking lot, collectively unclenching your buttholes, Iris, you and a somewhat frustrated Margot walk away from the car.
I'm going to walk. She's on a path. He's learning it, so, you know.
Margot looks to you and says, "You mind? I need to feed on something. Like now."
And Iris basically just points somewhere where she knows there's some, people in the dark. Over there.
I can find him myself.
Let's walk and talk.
You know, I would just rather do this myself.
Too bad. Well, I mean, it's not through any fault of your own.
I was assured they would comply. It seems I'll have to...
Well, they were lied to as well. They were lied to as well. As the purpose was that they'd be freed from that lattice of the terror. And actually, at this point, Iris actually switches straight up to telepathy, because, they're walking outside. So, look. They were also lied to. They were promised, as was I, that they would simply be cut loose from the other network. But instead, as you can see, they lied.
Yeah, seems we find each other on the same boat, I suppose.
Yes, which means I have more research in a way to do.
When do I get my freedom? I'm tired of having eyes on me all the time.
You have eyes on you because I don't wish you to die too soon.
I'm not going
Either way.
You've seen what you did to me, right? Our weapons couldn't pierce your skin. Our devices could barely hurt you.
It's me.
Yeah. And I have your blood. So
yes,
what does
but
that
you're
make
young.
Me?
You're young, and that makes you, essentially, for everybody with at least a decade over you, a tasty snack. A tasty snack to increase their maximum potential. That's what it makes you.
Which they're not going to be able to eat.
Well, consider what if somebody with maybe 50 years of experience. Most vampires of 50 years have blood far less potent than yours. And Iris basically points to a dark area of the park. There, 2 mortals, gang members.
I will find my own.
Again.
How am I supposed to learn, then?
Well, you were doing quite well.
Yes, I am.
I know. Here's the thing. I saw you getting annoyed earlier, but within our specific legislation. There are those who are not Sabbat. There are those who are in packs. They're expected to serve like soldiers, but they have no rights, no voice so much really, until they show their. Until then, if you were, for example, a false Sabbat or a shovelhead, as we call them, Gabriel could totally order you around. You're not false Sabbat or a shovelhead.
No,
Specifically
I'm just
because...
your pet project. So when do I get my rights? Because he certainly doesn't seem to have spent a lot of time as one of these false Sabbats. Or whatever you call them.
You're not wrong. Well...
No, I'm not. It's almost like reading minds is a talent I picked up from you. I know everything he went through, and it's not nearly enough to qualify him as true Sabbat, as you so exaltedly put it.
I think at this point, Iris is just like a bit... It's like Iris is just like looking at her and being like, you remind me, like basically she sees for her like, you really remind me of when I first came to Cecil.
It's
no,
almost,
but she doesn't
it's
say.
almost like I know you, like you're my wife or something.
Anyway, Iris looks to her and says, well, honestly, I was false Sabbat in a way. Well, actually, no, I was in your position for, I would say, maybe a year. And after that, I was no false Sabbat, straight up true Sabbat. And,
yeah, well,
truthfully,
he got the Nepo baby treatment, and I'm twice as competent as he is, so where's my advantage?
well, you, just like me, were recruited from the enemy lines. But if you're at least half as capable as me, even if you spend in this state longer, trust me, you'll have more freedom, and then it's a much faster career advancement than if people do the usual thing. Let's just say that
All I need is
all
the
of those...
opportunity.
And you have plenty. You have a lab, you have all the books.
And I have a set of cameras on me 24/7, because I'm not a vampire in your eyes. I'm not one of the Cainites. I'm a fucking lab project.
I was also a lab project, and I was a very successful project, and now I'm not a lab project.
I'm worth more than that.
Show me. You have develop your powers too. You have all the tools. Mind you, you're complaining about the cameras 24/7. I don't need the cameras, okay? We will start learning some magic, so that you are able to also to communicate with the tech.
I can already communicate with them.
Oh.
I've watched you do it, remember?
Oh.
Kind of what the device does.
Good. Well, are you I'm gonna have to see it, and then I'll know it.
You see Margot look up, sort of exasperated, and after a moment, you hear the machines reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they tell you, she asks you politely to stop.
Did she make a pact with you?
No pact was needed.
Okay. So it is still using the spirit, basically the spirit.
Margot then replies and says, You told me to try and become more one with them. That's what I did. So,
How fun.
am I capable enough? Or is
You are
this just
capable.
another experiment you want to run?
Well, it'll be a success, and you'll be able, when I'll be certain that you wouldn't fall to fangs or stripped apart by those mages. And either way, there's still the path to fully go. You did get a bit of nepo babying, mind you. I had to learn the path properly. You kind of got to cheat code.
Suppose that's why I'm not ripping into your neck right now.
In that. Either way, look at them with so much jealousy.
It's not jealousy. I just don't like hypocrites. It's one of the reasons I hated it in Alzai. I'll meet you back at the Haven. I'm going to eat.
No. Go on, eat. I'll wait. We're not done talking yet.
Then finish talking.
Fine. I'm basically just going to, like, since this is telepathic, right? So here's the thing. In my sect, if you want to have your freedom quicker, you can go the shovelhead route. And I'm just basically showing average shovelhead experience, false Sabbat, being, kicked around, whatever, and so on. And basically the fact that they're pack property, right? Essentially, right? Or basically, the whole, like, mentoring stuff. They're not in the pack, so technically they belong to the true Sabbat who's responsible for them, right? But that means if they're good, and Iris just basically shows a bit of, like, flashes of pre-counties, like how much freedom she got to do whatever, even though technically she was in the same position as Margot. See, there's two ways. And just from my personal experience. You're truly technically the potential nepo baby here, especially if you don't waste your mind, because you're getting a boost others don't.
And what happens when I invent something you wanted to come up with? What happens when I surpass you? Am I just lunch?
No, of course not. Then you have succeeded. Second, if you invent something that I was working on, well, I can't copy your homework, can I? Either way, most likely, even though, it'll simply be shared in a sense. Like, my discoveries are also shared up. I mean, I often share whatever findings I make if I feel that my mentor with their more powerful abilities can use my experiment to experiment even furthermore. That doesn't mean if you listen, if you start inventing powers and mixing matching, like a duck taking to swimming, paddling, I'm going to be quite impressed, although you do have all the freedom to experiment, so I kind of envy you. I did not have so much freedom in education.
What would it take to earn freedom? Give me a threshold.
Well, you do need to raise your path more. Number two,
Mm-hmm.
It is, unless you want to jump at the throat of the first person who insults you. And mind you, your composure today was quite admirable.
I'm holding back right now. Arena?
Most who've been so forcefully turned at this age of unlife would lose all higher cognition and attack me like
Even
a
if I
beast.
did, they wouldn't let me. Proceed. Next parameter.
Well, once I can tell that you're not going to become a tasty snack for some, I don't know, 50-year-old comer-up.
If they tried, they wouldn't succeed. Next.
Well, I suppose. Do you truly wish to have a trial like I did?
If it gives me my freedom, yes.
Well, a trial would have to be, obviously, just like I had to prove. But need I to remind you, an important part of all this is that you take to the path. With this blood, with these powers, I cannot stand somebody using these abilities without proper education. And for now, you're very obsessed with freedom like an anarch. Instead of research, strive for transformation.
So what, I gotta read up on history or something?
No, study more, research, study the path. I have.
Okay.
Listen, you're a scientist, are you not?
Yes, but
Good.
I'm not a fan of philosophy. I studied ways of achieving goals, like engineering, biology.
All right. So, gravity. Do we agree that gravity is, like, the law of gravity is a universal law?
Yes, well, it doesn't work that way, but yes.
You know what I meant. So, would you agree that if one were to start debating that gravity doesn't make sense and it's stupid and you want freedom from it, without building things like spaceship or whatever else that technically works with it,
I'd
not
throw them
against
off
it?
a building and ask them why they died when they fell.
All right, then
Point
freedom.
being, philosophy doesn't interest me, but if that's what it takes, I'll do it. Is that
Very
good
well.
enough?
Well, fine. Then I advise you to study perhaps the philosophy of free will, freedom, and whatever, given, you're already closer contact with vampires, mages, and Iris just waves her hand back at somewhere where Gabriel and Persephone were, and all the lot. And just applied to mundane levels too. Determinism. And then you're gonna have to decide what you do with the data, the conclusions, whether you're going to be fighting against gravity or you're going to be building planes.
Something tells me I'm already building spaceships, and you're here trying to tell me that I need to build a plane first. But
You're not.
yeah, I'll do it. If it'll get you off my back and get everyone to stop referring to me like I'm some fucking shopping cart.
It's
keep me
better than
busy.
they refer to you like that than as false Sabbat or a shovelhead. Because then you're public
Let them
property.
try.
Again, as a shovelhead, you would not have the right to do that before. Right now,
Simple minds, I understand.
exactly.
Now,
With that simple mind, for those simple minds, you are whatever you want to call it. My lab project, my pet, my child, all of those are words. Point is, somebody tries to kill you, they're picking a fight with me. Somebody tries to drain your blood.
somebody tries any of those things, they die. And you won't get to them before I do. So why any of this? Regardless, I get what you want. I'll get it to you. Once I study your philosophy and come to the conclusions you clearly want me to come to, you give me my freedom, and then I can do whatever I need to do without having you clinging to my back and constantly trying to read my mind, because it gets loud in there when you're trying to peek in. Just because your
That's just the blood.
weird boyfriend did that to you doesn't mean you gotta do it to me.
Iris looks to the side. I'm going to drop some kindred lore too. And basically it's going to be probably something like from like, you know, the whole like blood is alive and, you know, blood is will and stuff. That type of esoteric stuff. Because essentially at this point Iris will probably start making back, and Iris would cut off the telepathy. You know, simply because if she goes quiet, right, her thoughts are gonna like be around. Oh wait, actually I'm doing the telepathy on her, so she can't, it's only whatever I say to her, so that's fine. But yeah, Iris essentially, as she, like, you know, probably still keeps up telepathy, whatever, to find out what she was doing with her research and whatever, right? Since I remembered that I have to open it, she can't read my mind. She'd be like, what?
Well, no.
Either way.
Continue, because she wouldn't have a way of knowing that.
I was basically just like, after some time, just like, Yep, it would be basically like there's like a stray thought. It would be a damn waste of a brain if all she'd focus on is freedom and rebelling. Like, as in, like, it would be a waste if that is the rise and betray. But also, I mean, I know what Margot is and like what Iris is now. But the no reading the mind is the Yazaku thing, technically. But yeah, eventually they probably make back to Haven. Iris gives her some books and stuff. And again, reminds her, I don't have cameras in you. I literally have an all-seeing sight.
It was a
within
metaphor.
range. Ah, I wasn't sure. See, and you're claiming here I read your mind.
Because you look through my eyes, you listen to what I listen, you hear my words, you barely have anything that you don't see.
Well, I'm also watching the entire domain.
I'm aware,
Mm-hmm.
so kindly stop monitoring me. I have more things I can do if you do stop monitoring me all the time.
Fine, I won't. How to say? Mm, remote look through your eyes, since technically I don't need it. But I can't turn off the rest.
Fine. Just know that if my potential surpasses yours, that's nothing personal.
Of
Doesn't
course.
mean you need to keep a boot on my head. Anyway, I'll read these books, come to whatever conclusion you think will enlighten me, and then we'll discuss what ceremonies you need to do just for me to be free and start getting my own research done instead of being cooped up in this cage.
Very well. You be diligent, though. I know you don't like philosophy, but if you strawman the argument, I'll be disappointed.
You know damn well that's beneath me. And
Good.
you notice as she says this, she takes a set of cards, begins to shuffle, and draws two. You notice they're tarot cards, but it's a brand new deck.
Hmm.
Then she takes the cards, puts them back, pockets them.
Tarot cards. Can you use those?
I can't.
Well, it's something I had as a mortal, so.
Now the mimic can do it too because you did it in front of us. It's how it works.
Well, I did see how it tried to do Protean eyes, and Iris blinks and her eyes turn red. And it wasn't pretty, and it wasn't that at all.
It perfects things.
I mean, I guess we'll have to put it to an experiment and see what its limits are.
She blinks and her eyes turn red.
And I can see, like, okay, what are they? What are her eyes?
They are shining red.
Mm,
Is that like the first out of Protean?
Mm-hmm.
basically, I have seen enough Protean. Is this Protean or is it shining red more like vicissitude? What is it?
It's like Protean, which she shouldn't have, mind you. You do things. If I see them, I can replicate them. The more I see them, the better I can replicate them. It's not a difficult concept to grasp.
Again, I guess I'll have to see that in experiment. Not tonight, though.
Sure. I'll be waiting in the test tube.
And what a fine bloody test tube it is, with fucking books. Maybe I should treat you like my sire did, and put you in an asylum. Maybe even make you wear the patient's clothing.
Finally got under your skin.
That was an act.
I'll keep trying then. And as you head off, not really taking your eyes off of her, no.
I can't.
Physically, you do, but not really. We will end tonight's session. I hope everybody enjoyed. And we will see you next week for the next episode of Beyond Armageddon. Good night.
See you, fools!